Happy Friday. Wait, I was about to say Friday. It's Monday. Obviously, you could see how my weekend went. When you're working through the weekend, every day kind of morphs together. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome back to Remso Republic Live. I'm your host, as always, Remso W. Martinez from the Remso Republic. Epic downloads last week. Each episode was just absolutely on fire. You guys loved listening to Dallas Jenkins talk about his new film, Resurrection of Gavin Stone. And then we had Joey DiBiase from New York. Hopefully he's not too hungover that he could check out his episode and let me know how he liked it, because we already aired it and I didn't hear back from you, Joey. But your records are doing great. People love it. They love the fact that, it was two people from one end of the political spectrum to another, just having a fun conversation, talking about where does humor go in today's industry. So definitely check out those episodes if you haven't already. I apologize for being kind of late this morning. Be Live, as you have all seen in the past, it's kind of like that redhead stepchild no one knows what to do with. Sometimes it wants to work with you, sometimes it doesn't. It's just a crazy mess. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut my time short, because you guys don't want to listen to me today. I've been talking about this for about a week now. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got someone who probably needs no introduction, but, let's just go ahead and bring her on. Ladies and gentlemen, Joy Vila. Joy, thank you so much for coming on the program today. It's great to have you on.
Thank you. Hi, Remso. Great to be here.
It's great to have you here, and it's great to see this all working, and no issues like earlier. All we had to do was just grab the giant desktop and fling it across the room. But, shout out to producer Ryan, who's still mad at me. But, yeah, so you're on tour right now. How's everything going across the world?
Oh, it's going great. It's really going awesome. I'm doing I'm actually on a publicity tour right now. So I'm doing Fox News. I did a bunch of things in New York City, a bunch of awesome, One American News Network, and a bunch of other stuff. Breitbart talked about me. So we're all promoting my song, which is the love song for America. It's called Make America Great Again.
Exactly. And I want to go ahead and just talk a little bit more about that. I listened to your song a couple weeks ago, and this is the amazing thing, not just about music, but about artists that actually really appreciate what they're doing. I was not a Trump guy. I was not. I was as never Trump as they come. I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for Hillary either. But I told all my viewers who listen to the podcast and read the blogs and tune into the live show, I told them, I'm not just going to be never Trump. I'm going to be pro-liberty. And when you're pro-freedom, when you're pro-America, that means you have to, give him a shout out and congratulate him when he's doing something right. When he does something that's not right, you got to confront him. But overall, I am so glad to be wrong. I am so glad that our president, honestly, I like telling people I was wrong about Trump. He's done an amazing job as president. I want to see him continue to win. And honestly, I'm happy to be wrong. It's okay, because it's not about me. It's not about other people that were like, I think this is how he's going to be. I want to be pro-America. And this is what your song does.
And it's also, thank you. And I think it's okay to critique the president. It's okay to have not been a fan before and then to come over to the side. I think a lot of, not a lot, but there is a faction of Trump supporters who are like, oh, you're either all Trump or nothing. And I don't believe that. I believe you can be a Trump supporter and have come from the Hillary side. Even if you had voted for Hillary, it's like, we'll take anybody who can say, wow, I was wrong. He's a great president. I'm at least going to give him a chance. And I think that's what's so beautiful about this new conservative revolution that's going on. People are like, you know what? It's the violence and the negativity is not really doing anything for our country. I think I'm actually going to join those people who are smiling and waving, wearing red hats and waving Trump flags. And they're actually having fun. So I think that's what this song is about.
This is the last thing I ever thought I'd wear. I told people
Right. Welcome to the dark side. We have cookies over here.
But speaking of which, the thing I love about your song was, when I saw what you were calling it, Make America Great Again, I was thinking, maybe it's a love song to Trump. And it's exactly like what you said earlier. It's a love song to America. I think that transcends things because, like you said, there are some out there that, Trump can do no wrong. It creates a cult of personality. But the thing I will say I appreciate is that it's about coming back to America. And for the most part, unless you're like a country music star, you're not really going around singing love songs to the country. So Joy, as you were crafting Make America Great Again, what was kind of going through your mind?
Well, it was, it really was that. Why is there so much dissension, and why do we have this sort of failure mentality in America? This sort of, it's too late to change things. I might as well not even try. This apathy, this apathetic spirit. And I felt it. I think we've all felt that, even through the election. It was sort of like, oh, so much craziness. I'm just going to walk away. There's nothing can be done. All these politicians. I felt like that until Trump got elected. I voted for him, and I became a fan very late in the game. And then I just, for some reason, my eyes were open. I started researching. I was actually like, wait a second, this guy is not a politician. He's going to actually change things. And I feel like he woke a lot of people up. And you do see that some people are grumpy from being asleep in their coma for so long, and others have hope. And I'm singing to those people who have hope. I'm also singing to the grumpy people, but I'm looking at the people who are like, no, wait a second, maybe there can be a change. And I wrote this song because I really do believe that unity is the most important thing right now. We're not small individualized groups. We are one country of citizens. And we need to remember that. It's not about your color, your gender, you're this, you're that, because we can break each other up into tiny little minorities and try to fight amongst each other, but that gets nothing done. Or we can say, let's just unify as Americans. We're not looking at gender. We're not looking at color. We're looking at, where do you live? Who are you, what government are you under, and what are you going to change about it? What are you going to do that's going to make this country better? So like you said, a lot of country music stars are doing it, but not a lot of other people. They're singing about, having sex in the club and getting crunk and all this stuff. But that's not really changing the society right now. Society needs healing. And I do believe I wrote this song out of sort of a place of healing and a, motivational thing. We can come back twice as strong. We can still be the voice of every hungry child. It's not too late. That's really my whole message. And that's really, I feel like, where I've been sort of lifted up on a pedestal by so many amazing Trump supporters. They've lifted me up and they've said, keep talking. We want to hear what you say. So I'm like, I'm going to keep singing. I'm going to keep telling you my message. And hopefully it's going to heal the hearts of the hardened, and it's going to invigorate the hearts of people who are already on fire.
That's amazing. And I mean, I'm not a big fan of celebrities or anybody that's in the public spotlight who's not really in politics. I always have kind of a gripe when they go out and they kind of push their beliefs on others. But when I remember months ago when you wore that Trump dress, it was like, she's not really pushing anything. She's just showing up like that. And the message should be, we could all be together, like you said. But for those out there that still they're as anti-Trump as possible, but they like your music, were you worried that when you made this song specifically, especially after when you unveiled the Trump dress, were you afraid that you're going to possibly lose those people?
Well, I got a lot of hate, that's for sure. I got a lot of backlash. I got a lot of negativity thrown at me, a lot of slurs, a lot of, death threats. I still get death threats. Every day I get someone who says, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to find you. It kind of came with the territory, unfortunately. But I really don't make music for them. I don't make what I do a message to the haters at all. I have to keep persisting and keep going, because otherwise you get lost in the noise. So for me, I was like, yeah, okay, it's still going to anger some people. I get people who are just like coming back full force, hate and aggression, social media trolls. And then on the other flip side, I get people who are like, thank you. I cried when I heard your song. Thank you for making that. Thank you for doing something. Thank you for being bold and being out. And I speak to those people. I get letters from 13-year-old conservatives who are like, I get beat up at school, I get name called, I play your music, and it makes me feel good. So I'm talking to those conservatives out there who are maybe struggling with coming out and being bold. It's funny, we have to say coming out like it's some, like it's being gay. I know gay conservatives, gay Trump supporters who say it was harder for them to come out as a Trump supporter than to come out as gay, which is
the gentleman that actually designed your dress. He's part of the LGBTQ community. And didn't you say prior that he was assaulted for wearing a Trump hat or something like that?
He had a Trump hat on, a red Make America Great Again hat, in a gay bar. He was actually in the gay bar, and he went out and somebody knocked his hat off and just hit his hat off his head and was like, basically, F you, get out of here. In San Diego, which is pretty chill, but it is California. So I mean, it's disgusting. You know, even my friend Jovi, you might have heard about him, Jovi Vai. He got assaulted, physically assaulted with a bottle, beat up, kicked on the ground. His face was really messed up, and had to have surgery, like by a surgeon to put his face back together. He was assaulted in a New York City bar. Just like I think it was a week ago. And he came out to my meet and greet, and he's a huge Trump supporter. He's a Latino man, and he was doing nothing but wearing his hat, minding his own business. And this woman kicked his hat off and then started insulting him. And then the boyfriend came over, punched him, then she threw a bottle in his face. Horrendous story. So these things are really happening. These things are really real, but we can't let that scare us. That's why I made this song, and that's why I keep doing what I'm doing. And on my social media, you'll see I'm very, overt with my love for Trump and conservative values. And I talk boldly about what I believe in. I've been on Fox News multiple times talking about it. And as a result, I feel like people do want to hear this message more, and they want hope. And my song it's reached number 3 actually on Amazon charts for best-selling songs. It's really incredible. Yeah. As a single, as an independent single. So I think it shows that you can actually be winning and be part of the Trump train or the conservative train, the libertarian train, or even be in the moderate train. I don't care where you stand as long as you're not attacking us for being strong with what we believe.
Exactly. And I mean, it really does show something when you're doing that, because I remember when Obama was elected in 2008, my family, I come from a, regular Republican family, and people found out my parents didn't vote for Obama, and I was beat up in the locker room. And
wow.
And they thought it would stop me. Now I'm doing this for a living. So kind of comes back in unexpected
can't stop
way.
you.
Exactly.
That's right.
But, I mean, even now, like I'll be perfectly honest, like the MAGA hat I've got, typically doesn't even really leave the house, because I'm out in Northern Virginia, right across from Washington, D.C. And I mean, this is not a very Trump friendly area. So when I saw you go out with that dress in front of all those, paparazzi and everyone else, and then when I see you coming out with a song and being so open about it, like, honestly, you've got more balls than most men right now.
And thank you. I also walked for 10 hours in New York City in a Trump hat, Trump shirt, and a backpack that said "Vote" with a picture of Trump on the back.
What was
and I have that video up on my YouTube. That's on YouTube, Miss Joy Villa. Well, that was actually really encouraging, because people say, "Oh, you only went to Times Square." I actually went all over New York. I just chose to edit the footage in Times Square because I had the most intense reactions. Somebody screamed "F Trump" in my face. But other people said, "Wow, can I take a photo of you? Wow, you look amazing." Because I also had an all-American jumpsuit. So I decided to be just super overtly American, right? And be pro-Trump. And I got a lot of love, actually. I got a lot of people who gave me nasty stares, but I didn't get punched in the face, thank God. It was actually a really great video. You should check it out. It was almost 50-50, love and hate. A lot of the negative people don't do anything about it. They don't come up to me. They recognize me, but they don't say anything. And then a lot of the fans actually come up to me. They'll say, "Hey, I saw you on Alex Jones. I bought your album. I saw you at the Grammys." And they actually come up to me. So I don't get a whole lot of, physical altercation, thank God. I don't want that to change. But online is where they feel their bravest.
Keep the good vibes going.
Exactly. And I think also because my message is one of love. I'm not against Hillary supporters or anti-Trump people. I'm not against those people. I'm simply for Trump. I'm simply for what I'm for, and for solutions for America. I would never go out and hold a picket fence, a picket sign, and do those sort of things that they love to do to us. But I wouldn't do that to them. I feel like I don't want it to be an us against them. I just want to simply be able to exist in love and harmony and tolerance, and be able to be proud of my country and not get beat up for it. Just like you shouldn't have been beat up just because your parents voted against who their parents voted for. That's ridiculous. And that is actually fascism, which they love to say the Republicans are fascists or the conservatives are fascists, but it's not true.
Exactly. Joy, it's almost 9:30. I've got to let you go in about a minute.
Okay.
What's your message for people that, they see the song "Make America Great Again"? They're just like, I'm not even going to try listening to it. I'm not even going to give this woman a chance. What's your message to those people that are still holding out and they don't even want to even listen to it or give you a chance on that?
Well, I would say that they are missing out. I would say if you're still holding out, it's fine if you don't like me and you don't, I'm not going to be offended by that, but you're holding out on yourself. You're holding out on 50% of the country that could be your friend, that you could reach, that you could talk to, that you could, flourish and prosper by getting different ideas into your mind and into your universe. And once you say, I'm only going to listen to people I agree with, you've already lost. Because now you have no cross, communication, you have no difference of opinions, and you truly don't know humanity because you're not actually respecting people who disagree with you. And that's where it comes to. We have to have a level playing field where we can respect people who we disagree with and have a discussion. And I would say to those people, take a listen. It's just music. It's not going to hurt you.
Exactly, but we're dealing with some people that think that words can kill you. But anyway, if
right.
nothing but love, I make fun of them.
Exactly.
I've got liberal friends.
A politically incorrect word is not the same as a punch in the face. I need to get that straight.
Joy, if people want to check out your music and everything else you've got going, how could they do so?
Well, they can go to joyvilla.com. I've got some special stuff there, like autographed portraits and my best-selling album, I Make the Static. And they can also go to my Twitter at @joy_villa, on Instagram at joyvilla, on Facebook at joy. I think it's just at joyvilla on Facebook. And they can always, reach me on all my social media. I love to engage people.
Outstanding. Joy, thank you so much for coming on the program today, even
Absolutely.
After our, technical civil war we had with the laptop and the computer.
It wasn't
Absolutely
that bad.
So that's my producer. I don't think he's going to make eye contact with me for the rest of the day.
Oh, no. Does he still have eyes? Did you punch him out? No.
No. Said some politically incorrect words. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on. Have a great
Absolutely.
Tour. And, you're welcome on anytime.
So.
Not a problem.
I had a great time. Thanks so much. Keep fighting the good fight.
Thank you. Folks, I'll let you go in a minute, but gotta pay the bills around here. Quick word from our sponsor. It's another election season. Even after this, we've got election seasons after that, after that, after that. It's a vicious cycle. You're a liberty-loving guy. You're a libertarian. You want to run for office, but you don't want to Google it. What are you supposed to do? Google, how do I win a campaign? How do I run a race? Well, I've got the short stop for you. Go to libertarianleadership.com. It's a program taught by a gentleman named C. Michael Pickens. He doesn't just help libertarians win. He helps them actually make changes in their community. But let me rewind. I said he helps them win. Libertarians don't win, right? Wrong. He has a record of success. And his program, the Libertarian Leadership Academy, is taught by experts in the field such as Larry Sharp, Alex Merced, Jen Gray. Go ahead and check out www.libertarianleadership.com. It's at the bottom corner, www.libertarianleadership.com. You can be anything you want as long as you're pushing for libertarian solutions. He's got your back. So go ahead and check it out, www.libertarianleadership.com. I've got Freedom Fest, so if any of you are going to the Atlas Summit on Wednesday, you could go ahead and see me speak. Go ahead and check out the Atlas Summit website. I don't have that off the top of my head, but you can come see me and Jennifer Grossman and other fantastic Latino leaders talk about why Latinos should read Ayn Rand. As always, I'll be back probably Friday. I'll have to double check. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Remso101. I'll go ahead and let you know when the live show comes back. Other than that, we've got Chris Ann Hall on the podcast Wednesday, so go ahead and subscribe on iTunes and all that jazz. And I'll talk to you later, America. Take care.